Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome to another episode of Sorry If I Spit When I Speak with your host, Dadio McDuck.
And Hodgie, the electric Smodgie.
Today we want to analyze the Bengals season opener against the Chicago Bears. The Bengals on the road lost in the fourth quarter to the Bears 24-21. They let an 11-point lead slip. It was a disappointing showing for a team that had such high expectations going into the season. What do you make of this game, Hodgie?
High expectations? High expectations? You had high expectations, man. 22 years, haven't won a playoff game. I did not have high expectations. You were the one, no offense, Dadio, you were excited about this team, but there wasn't much to be excited about. You remind me of a friend of mine when we were back home in the village. We were like 8 or something. He got a goat. He thought this goat could do everything. He thought the goat could fly, man. The goat could do nothing, and he was upset. After 2 years, the goat died, and that's the Bengals, man. Look, Daddy, let me show you here. I'm gonna just use the chalkboard here. Look, this is a picture of Andy Dalton, okay? And this bubble on top of his head, do you see that? That is him thinking. Right in the beginning of the game, man, I saw this guy thinking, and he was thinking, oh, crap, I'm in the NFL. What do I do now? Okay? The man is confused. He's lost. He looks like a 5-year-old on an escalator. This team was sloppy. They turned the ball over too much. They committed unforgivable penalties, including this guy, Malalaluga's personal foul with a minute and 6 seconds remaining, and it allowed the Bears to run out the clock. This is baby mistakes, man. They burned 2 timeouts on consecutive plays in the fourth quarter. Look, I don't know much about football, but I know how many people should be on the field, man.
Yeah, that's true. But can we just focus on the positives for a second? Green was an absolute beast. I mean, they couldn't stop him, and this is one of the more talented secondaries in the league. I mean, we're talking about Charles Peanut Tillman here, the guy who can shut down Calvin Johnson at times. The defense, looked pretty strong for most of the game. The offense was effective overall. I mean, they went 7-11 on third downs. They outgained the Bears in terms of yardage. They won the time of possession. Tyler Eifert showed that, he's ready to play, and Dalton went to him immediately. Giovanni Bernard looked good. He looked quick, and I think he has to be more involved.
No. Mohamed Sanu, this guy, he fumbled, and it was inexcusable. It wasn't a professional style fumble. Let me say that. How can this guy be a number 2 when he makes a play like that? I said before, Dalton, inexcusable. You need a premier quarterback to be a premier team. You cannot throw an interception in the first quarter and then another in the second quarter. That's not going to cut
Hodgie, I don't know why you're giving Dalton such a hard time. I mean, that he bounced back from that first interception. The second interception wasn't really his fault. I mean, it got knocked around a little bit, and he was 26 of 33 overall. I mean, a pretty good game for Dalton. I mean, 97.2 quarterback rating. I don't think you can really throw this on Dalton. By the way, this episode of Sorry If I Spit When I Speak was brought to you by Tamachan Watermelon Stroller, the preferred form of transportation for that most precious member of your family, that sweet, juicy watermelon.
Tamachan Watermelon Strollers are enhanced with a unique cooling system, a sort of incubator for that delicious summer fruit you love with all your heart. Only $200 plus tax.
Getting back to the topic of Dalton, I think that, Dalton showed that he can make a lot of those throws that people said he couldn't. I mean, if you look at that Texans game, when Green was open deep in the end zone.
No way, man. Dalton is unlucky. Yes, you said it. He's not a leprechaun. He's an unlucky redhead. Ancient Egyptians knew that redheads were unlucky. They held ceremonies where they burned red-haired virgins alive to get rid of the bad luck. Even Aristotle, the famous philosopher, the Greek philosopher, he was scared of red-headed people. He said they were moody and wild. And in fact, they used to believe that when a red-headed person died, he became a vampire. I tell you, man, Dalton is dangerous for the Bengals. They need a new quarterback.
Well, that does it for us today on Sorry If I Spit When I Speak. Thank you for joining us, SVT Pies. I am Dadio McDuck, and this is my co-host,
Hodgie, the electric Smodgie.